Oh, hello. Hi, Aura. Oh, great. People are starting to log in. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Marlene. Awesome. We're going to do a 45-minute follow this morning. Welcome, everyone. Take these first few moments to get yourself situated. Always great to have a block or a prop around. And yeah, you can just start to make your way into a comfortable position on your mat. And I am going to give it a few more moments for people to kind of join in and get settled. Nice to see you all here. Hope you are all having a really wonderful day, and I always am really grateful and thankful that you guys are joining in and continuing your practice. I know that this practice for me is a wonderful way to just be a little bit more observant and aware of my thoughts, my programming, and when that doesn't align with where I want to go or my true nature. And especially in our current climate today and all the things that are going on, it's like such a great practice to start with yourself and make those changes and look at those uncomfortable things about yourself. And this practice really gives you that opportunity to practice attention and to practice staying and observing even in things that are unknown or uncomfortable. So my deepest gratitude to all of you for showing up and doing that work, that intentional work. So if you're not already in your comfortable position, you can make your way there. I want to get started on time because 45 minutes is quick and it goes by quickly. And you start with a few breaths. Oh, we still have more joining on. Good morning, Susie. We're just getting started and becoming attentive to breath. And allowing that breath to bring us into our deep awareness and attention of this present moment. And I'd like to share this just a little thing I read that really resonated with me, and that I feel aligns with this practice of yoga, of being attentive. And so if it resonates with you, you can take it on and maybe reflect on that during your practice as well. So, the beauty of anti-racism is that you don't have to pretend to be free of racism to be anti-racist. Anti-racism is the commitment to fight racism wherever you find it, including in yourself. And it's the only way to move forward. Okay. So again, doing that self-work. So on that, let's take a deep, full breath in through the nose. And then open up the mouth, a big full exhale. So you do that one more time, spacious breath in. Big, complete breath out. Just letting your mind come into your body, into your experience. Now, absolutely no rush. You're going to start to bring movement here. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, and you're going to make your way into a tabletop position. I am just going to move this chair because I can still see it on the camera. I'm always moving furniture around. It's my new job. And then once you make your way onto your mat, I'm going to do a few cycles of cat-cow here. Just linking breath and movement together. Inhale, scoop the chest and the tailbone up. Breathing in, spread your chest wide. Exhale, belly to the spine, chin to the chest, round in and curl. I'm doing that a few more times. And giving your chance to bring breath and movement together here in these movements, in this exercise. but also to observe and wake up what's here without forcing or pushing to a specific outcome, but maybe moving into some of those stickier, dense places. Maybe opening up some new space, some deeper understanding for some things that are stuck. And with that perspective of your breath, that's just observing, it's just helping you to understand where you're at. Some neutral spine on your breath in. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Let your head hang. You can say yes or no with your head. You can bring movement here by pedaling your knees or maybe even shrugging the shoulders out. I'm going to stay in your downward dog and take a few more cycles of breath. A few more people joined in. Hi, Marina. I'm just going to turn the comments off so that I can give you guys this full screen. Excellent. And stay right here in your down dog. One full breath and expand to the edges of your body. Breathe wide. Big exhale. Just find a little bit more softness. Let your head hang, your jaw relax. This time as you breathe in, gaze forward, bend your knees, lift your heels. Walk to the front of your mat to fold. Halfway lengthen, scoop your chest forward, plant your feet down. Exhale, fold, heavy head. Awesome, do that one more time. Half lengthen, breathe in. Exhale, fold. You're planting the feet down, arms are going to stretch high, reach high overhead. Now take a moment here, yawn your body open like those first movements you do in the morning lying in your bed. Stretch your arms up, stretch your arms wide. Make space in your body. Traction of your feet pressing down, your arms lifting. Don't worry about what it looks like. Fill up with breath. And then settle, thumbs to center. And as you settle, take that invitation of your breath to come inward. And observe, feel. And have a wonderful practice today, everyone. Release the fingers down. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Generous bend to your knees. Fingers touch down to mat or shins. Half lengthen, breathe in, roll your shoulders back. Step your right foot back, right knee down. You're going to twist open towards your left leg or towards that front leg. Breathe in. Exhale, step back, high plank. Take a full breath, get lighter through the back of your waist, so feel it float up, chest long. Touch your knees down, slowly lower all the way to the mat. Press your fingers down, there's resistance. 3 baby cobras, float your chest, reach your toes back. Think of lengthening your waist and spine as you lower. And every time you get longer, toes back, lengthen and then lift. Shoulders roll back. Lengthen and then lower, exhale. One more time, invite your breath a little wider into your chest. Downward facing dog. One full breath in. Deep breath out. Right leg lifts high, inhale. Step your right foot through, touch your left knee down. High lunge, rise up. Feel like you're trying to drag your front heel back, your left knee forward to align the hips a little bit more. Lift taller through the waist. Grab for your left wrist, stretch tall. You're going to stretch it up and over towards the right side. Stretching and opening up that left side of the body, those intercostal muscles that connect your ribs. Making more space there so your lungs can expand. Feel that deep breath into the left side. Awesome. Come back to center, hands down. Really pressing down through your front foot. Lift your back leg, standing split. This is gentle, warming up the body here. Inhale, half lengthen, push the ground away. Lift the toe. Bring your feet to touch and fold. Breathe in, chest scooping forward. Exhale, release, heavy head. Sit low in your chair. Reach your arms high overhead. Sit your hips a little lower. Lift your belly. Create this length in the sides of the body, expansive breath. Sit your thighs down. And this counteraction to create a little more strength in the legs and length in the torso. Thighs drop down, feet plant down. I feel like your hamstrings are trying to lift, the backs of your legs are trying to lift. Extend, lift the belly, extend the waist. Now drop your hips lower. And 2 more breaths here, maybe a little undulation, rising on your inhale. Sitting a little lower as you exhale. And 1 more time. What is this waking up for you? Let your breath light that up even more. Bring that observant attention there. Awesome. Inhale, rise up, stretch up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen halfway, breathe in. Always flowing at the rhythm of your breath. Left leg back, touch the knee down. Exhale. Shoulders roll into your back. Twist towards your right leg. Inhale. Step back, high plank. Plant the palms. Lift the back thigh and belly to step back. You have so much time here. Take your full inhale. Get light through the waist, long through the spine. Knees drop down, slowly lower. Slide your body forward. Push the ground away. Baby cobra, float your chest. Just 1 this time. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg is going to reach high towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Left hand presses down. Step your foot through, touching your right knee down. Arms lift. Grab for your right wrist. Create that connection to your center to help you elongate. So left heel back, even though it's not moving, right knee trying to slide forward. Okay? Feel the whole center, the whole core engage by drawing the belly in and up, but even the sides of the waist draw in and up. Lift tall, then stretch it over. Still that energy of front foot stamping down, back knee drawing forward. Lift up out of that right side. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, center. Hands come down, float your right leg up, press your left foot down. Just 1 breath here. Lift your back toe higher, reach your chest. Bring your feet to touch and fold. Half lengthen, chest scoops forward. Exhale, release. Arms lift high, breathe in. Let's interlace the fingers, take it up and over towards the right side. That opposition, feet planting, belly, torso reaching. And then let's move it side to side. Inhale, center. You go up and over towards the left. 1 more time to each side. Letting your breath carry you. Intentional breath. Intentional attention. See what these shapes are revealing. Awesome. Back to center. Separate the hands. A little bit of a back bend. Fold forward. Exhale. Bringing your feet to touch, halfway lengthen. Shift more weight to the balls of your feet. Fold. Right, sit low in your chair. Arms reach high overhead. And thigh bones drop. Feeling like the hamstrings lift as the heels press down, but nothing actually moves. It's just this co-contraction. So your leg muscles are hugging to the bone. And with that strength, you can bring more length. Keep sitting the bum low. Breath in, fingers reach as you press the heels down. You're going to twist towards the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Feel the right side wrap underneath. Inhale, back to center, bum staying low. Twist to the right, exhale. Right arm back, left arm forward, side to side here. Inhale, reach. You can feel that center draw in and up. Exhale, twist, left arm back. And then keep moving side to side. Reach the fingers in opposite direction. Keep that length of the spine, bum sliding back. Awesome. 1 more time to each side. And you think of just lubricating the spine here as you create these twists. Gentle, but still into that full range of motion. Awesome. Inhale, rise up, straighten the legs, open the chest. Eagle pose, right arm wraps under. Sit low, right leg comes up and over. Pressing the standing foot down. Try to even out your hips so that one side of your waist isn't crunching. So if your right hip is dropping, then the left side is crunching. So lift the right hip, both sides long. The whole core drawing in from the sides, in from the bottom. Elevate the elbows, elevate the spine, breathe in. Sit your hips lower. Knee comes up to your chest. Keep the left knee bent. You're gonna unravel like toppling tree, but the left knee stays bent. Reach the toes back, the spine forward. Get this feeling of plank. Push the ground away with your left foot. Lift the back of the waist, belly to spine. Reach the toe back, the spine forward. Take a full breath. And gently continue to bend your left knee. Take the ball of the right foot down. Right arm is going to swing forward, left arm back, coming into your twisted lunge. Activate your right thigh. Actually lift your right hip and thigh away from the ground. Left heel and left thigh heavy. Maybe the stance is slightly wider. So there's that dragging in, left heel back, right heel forward. Inhale, get long through the fingers. Exhale, twist. You're going to stay in that twist. Left hand to hip, right hand comes down. Spin your toes towards the left side so your right edge of your heel comes down. Modified side plank, or you can step that left foot back to side plank. And really try to feel that right side, especially the right armpit, lift away from the ground. Still the navel drawing to the spine, lengthen the spine long. Keep pressing the ground away, lift the left lung higher. Lift the right hip away from the ground. Beautiful, full breath in. Left hand comes down, press back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath here, check in. Invite that current attention and perspective into the current experience. Option to flow here, glide forward, high plank. Now your knees can come down or stay lifted lower, but resist. Push the ground away, slide forward, bending the elbows. Baby cobra, upward dog, your legs are strong. Downward facing dog, exhale. And stay for 2 cycles of breath. Intentional breath, intentional attention. And still the breath is expansive but soothing, so you can really just observe and greet where you are. Right leg lifts high, breathe in. Bring your knee towards your nose, exhale. Come forward, shoulders over wrist. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Lift the armpits away from the ground. Scoop the belly, your back is slightly doming. Now you're going to take your right knee and twist it towards the left side. Okay, twist the hip under. Keep lifting the right armpit away from the ground. Awesome. Inhale, knee to nose. Step your foot through. Let's flush this out with breath. Arms reach up, high lunge. Spin to warrior 2, left heel comes onto the ground. Exalt your warrior, reach up and back, stretching the right side, right thigh heavy. Circle your left arm down, left heel to the ceiling. Twist towards the right, breathe in. Hands come down, float your left leg high, standing splits. So breath, flush it out, lift the toe, lift the chest. Feet to touch and fold. Halfway lengthen, scoop the bum high, shoulders roll back. Exhale, let it go, release. Arms lift overhead, breathe in. Eagle pose on your second side, left arm under. Sit low, left leg comes up and over. That strong base of foundation, your right foot is pressing, like if there's a level below you, into the basement, into the ground below you. Lift the elbows, the spine to the ceiling. And not only creating that tallness, wide breath, fill up the sides and the back of your lungs. And then as you exhale, let yourself observe and fall into that space. Knee up to your chest. Unravel. The right knee stays bent. Left toe back.
Even though you're bending and tilting, keep that lift of the right hip, the right hamstring up towards the ceiling. Get lighter and longer. Tilt a little bit more. Add a deeper bend to the right knee, stretching the ball of the left foot back until it finds the ground. Keep the crown of the head reaching forward. Separate the feet at least hip width, and that energy of your heels dragging together. Elongate the left arm and side forward. Breathe in. Twist towards that right side. Awesome. Keep that energy, finger, right arm back, left arm forward. Drop your right thigh heavy, lift your back thigh. Awesome. You're going to stay in this twist. Left hand comes down inside of your foot. Spin your toes to the right. Your top hand can come to your hip. Okay, find that alignment, really pressing the outer edge of your left heel into the ground and lifting that left side. Option to come into full side plank, stepping your right foot back. And working the whole center strength, navel lifting in and up, sides of the abdomen drawing in and lengthening. So there's this real feeling of everything kind of scooping and hollowing in to lift you. Settle the shoulders, press the ground away. Awesome, full breath in. Right hand comes down, press back downward, facing dog. Just one really silky, easy breath. Head hanging heavy. An option to flow from here. Glide forward, working with where you're at. Lower halfway or all the way, knees down or lifted. Rise into your back bend. Spread the chest wide. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 2 cycles of breath. And intentional attention. Left leg lifts high, breathe in. Knee to nose, exhale. Shoulders rock forward over wrist. Inhale, fingers press down to lift the toe. Knee to nose, holding there. Keep this feeling of lifting your armpits away from the ground so the back spreads wide and puffs up. Cross that knee towards your right armpit, twisting it underneath you. Now keep lifting that left armpit away from the ground, that left side of the waist away from the ground. Twist even more. Knee to center. Step it through. Let your breath guide you. Inhale, rise up with that wave of inhale. Spin to warrior 2, right heel comes onto the ground. And then with the abdominals drawing in and up, lift up and back, breathe in. Twisted lunge, circle your right hand down, right heel up, knee down. Twist towards the left leg, inhale. Right hand comes down, float, that's your left hand, float your right leg up. Toe lifting, chest lifting, breathe in. Bring your feet to touch and fold. Take a moment here, deep breath. Settle in. Heavy head. Arms reach high overhead, full breath. Interlace the fingers behind you. Draw your elbows together. You might bend them, your shoulder blades together and down. Reach your knuckles down. At the same time, don't lose that strength of the center, drawing in and up. Slowly start to take the chest, the waist, the gaze up. Gently reaching your knuckles down. That doesn't mean you have to straighten your arms. And if it feels okay, you might take your pinkies towards the back of your mat, just slightly. Don't lose that deep support of the center, drawing in and up. What is this pose revealing and opening? Shine a light on that with your breath to see more clearly. Awesome. Come back to center. You can keep your fingers interlaced. Right knee comes up towards your chest. Breath in, lifting the spine, the belly taller. Toppling tree, right toes reach back behind you. Now you might have now a little more straightening to the standing leg, there still can be a micro bend. Either way, press the ground away. Elevate the upper back, so feel it puff. And now get long from the toe to the crown of the head. And you can use your arms, shoulder blades together, belly lifting. Reach the toes, the knuckles back, the spine forward. Some full breath in. Generous bend to your knee. Now you're going to plant your right heel back for warrior one, staying in the same arm shape. So your feet are hip width apart. Your back heel is down. Still feel like your heels are dragging together. Create evenness. Left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in, chest open. Shy warrior, tuck your chin in. You're going to actively round, trying to scoop your belly up underneath your rib cage. Left shoulder inside of your left knee. And the pinkies can come up and over here. And let your head hang. You're not just hanging out here, belly is drawing in. You're actively rounding, trying to bring your chin to your chest. Shoulders into your back. Pinkies up and over. Awesome, come back up. Unwind your arms, lift them tall. Deeper bend to your front knee. Now we're going to spin that right toe open. Goddess pose, sit your hips low. Press your knees back. You can even use your hands. And your toes might come forward so your knees are on top of your toes. And you're not like twerking your knees in. Twerking, is that the right word? Pressing the knees back, engaging your glutes. Lifting up through the belly. Any arm variation. Inhale, rise the spine. Exhale, sit the hips lower. Press the knees back. 2 more like that. Inhale, get longer. Pelvis heavy, knees press back. Navel and ribs connected in. Beautiful. 1 more. Straighten the legs, toes spin to the long edge of your mat. Bringing your hands to your hips, hinge forward and fold. Awesome. Halfway lengthen, breathe in. Exhale and release. Walk your hands a little bit more forward so they're in front of your head, in front of your face. Take your right arm and thread it under to grab for the outside of your left leg or ankle. Okay. Pull your fingers back, lift your bum higher. Now use a little energy pulling your left leg towards you so you can turn your head and look underneath that armpit. So as you're pulling that left leg or ankle in, it's gentle. It's just a little traction to look underneath to create the twist. Make sure the twist is from your spine. Press your left foot down even more. Lift your right hip up. Twist under your left arm. Nice full breath here. Awesome. Release, hands come down and then they walk to the front of your mat. Spin the toes. Step back to high plank. Pause here. Find your breath. Push the ground away. Feel even the back of your waist get lighter. Hips stay heavy, but the thighs are ignited. And with all that lightness, a little more length through the crown of the head and the sternum. And stay in it. Your breath is there to support you. Even if it comes into something unknown or uncomfortable or a place you haven't been before. Can you observe it with your attentive breath, your soothing breaths to help you stay in it? 1 more inhale, option to flow or downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, breathe in. Knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, lift it high. Knee to your left armpit, twist. Inhale, lift. Step your foot through. High lunge, rise up, stamping the front foot down, lifting the belly, lifting the waist. Warrior 2, exhale, lots of energy through that back foot. Press your right knee open. Exalt, reach it up and back. Bent knee triangle or straight knee, up to you. Left arm is going to reach up, right fingers come down. Still feel that energy of your back foot. Extend the body long, especially the right side. Still want to feel that containment, navel drawing in and up, sides of the waist squeezing in to get you more long. Twist open. And then energy in two directions of your fingers. Left arm reaching right, fingers reaching down. Nice full breath here. And here, coming into half moon, left hand to your hip, gaze down. Walk your back foot closer. You're going to bring your fingertips onto the ground or maybe onto your block here. You just want to feel that resistance of pushing the ground away with your right foot, with your fingers. So that right side is lifting, it's long. Again, the navel is drawing in and up. Twist open towards the ceiling with your left hip, your left shoulder. Maybe your chin tucks in and the neck gets longer, the jaw can relax here. Beautiful. One more full breath in. Left hand comes down. Keep your left leg lifted. Half lengthen. Lift the toe, lift the chest. Bring your feet to touch and fold. Breathe in, half lengthen, lift the bum, shoulders roll back. Let it go. Take away any of those wrinkles in the back of your neck. Arms lift high, breathe in. Interlace the fingers behind you. Do the grip that feels funny. Second back bend, shoulders roll back. Core drawing in and up. Start to lift up through your sternum, through your chest, through your gaze. So you're really trying to recruit those deep core muscles. I always think of it as a tube of toothpaste. Everything sort of draws in from the sides, from the bottom, so that that energy can squirt upwards. Shoulders soft, knuckles can reach down and back. Light it up even more with your breath. Feel into those edges, into the sensations. Coming back up, arms stay. Left knee comes up to your chest. Slowly start to point the left toes back. Toppling tree. And even though you're pressing the ground away, kicking your left heel back, still find that containment, almost like your heels. It's not even your heels, it's your hips are trying to squeeze together. Right hip back, left hip down. But you make space for that left hip to fall by lifting your right hip up. Awesome. Full breath. Bending your right knee, warrior one, left heel down. That stance wide. Now drag the heels. Lift up through the waistline. Chin to chest, curl in for shy warrior. Pinkies come up and over, and you're trying to bring your right shoulder inside of your right knee. Squeeze your knee and shoulder together. Try to square off your left shoulder towards the ground. Hips sink heavy, pinkies come up and over. Feel your breath. Rise up, unravel the arms. Spin your left toe open, sit low into your goddess pose. If it helps to have your hands on your knees to help press them back. Tailbone is heavy, it's not tucked under, it's heavy. Belly is light, spine is light. Breath is full here. Take an inhale, lift the waist, navel, center drawing in and up. Maintain that lift, belly pulling in, sit the hips down, press the knees back. You can do that with some movement, some undulation, or maybe it's just that movement of breath you feel. Last one, sit the hips down, go for it. Rise up, spin the toes to the long edge of your mat, hinge at your hips. Take a few breaths in your forward fold. Then coming into the twist, so your weight is going to stay in your feet. You just kind of walk your hands out a little bit more to find length in the spine. Head is neutral. Left arm threads underneath, grabbing for the outside of your right leg or ankle. The tendency is going to be let the right hip twist up and more weight come into your right foot. So you're going to pull your right leg towards you, press your right foot down, and feel your left hip lift up to the ceiling so the hips are even. And then twist and look underneath that right armpit. Keep extending the right fingers long so your spine is long, you're not rounding, you're lengthening, and then twist. 2 more breaths. Can you lift your left hip higher? Press your right foot down into the ground. Awesome. Hands come down. Walk your hands forward, spin your toes. step back, downward facing dog. Option to flow here, glide forward, high plank, breathe it in. Exhale to lower, your variation. Inhale, back bend, spread the chest nice and wide. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, rock it forward. Inhale, lift it up. Knee to right, armpit twist underneath you. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, step it through. Feet hip width apart. Rise with that wave of inhale. High lunge. Spin to warrior two, right heel comes down. So that widening like you did in goddess pose, left knee back, right thigh back. Lift up and back from the low belly. Triangle pose, straight or bent knee. Doesn't matter. You still just want to feel that resistance. Push the ground away. That center drawing in and lengthening the spine, twist open towards the ceiling. And feel that energy between left fingers and right fingers stretching in two directions. And the breath really filling up that right side, the top side of your body. Right hand to hip, gaze down. Back foot comes closer. Left hand in front of the left pinky toe, about 1.5 feet. I love to use a block so that that underside isn't sagging, but it's strong. It's resisting the ground away. And with that resistance, I get that floating in space of the right hip and the right shoulder, the right heel up. And fill up that space with breath. One more inhale. Right hand comes down, keeping the right toe lifted. Breathe in, lift the toe, lift the chest. Bring your feet to touch and fold. Halfway lengthen. Reconnect, big exhale, release any effort. Arms lift overhead, breathe in. Slide the thumbs to the center of the body. One breath in. One breath out. Yeah, one more time. Here you are, land in it, observe. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lengthen, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply. Fingers reach forward. Bum coming on the ground. You might need to support yourself. Feet can stay on the ground, or you might float your toes. Really keep that energy of belly scooping in and up. The spine lifting, so the sides of the body are activating to lift you tall. Lean back a little bit more. Shoulders drop, arms are energized, and the toes might float. They might stay down. Find your breath. Take another inhale. Now we're going to lower. Bring your feet down. Start to lower, belly pulling in and up, spine tall for 8. Relax your hips, your hip flexors. Feel the belly, the sides of the body lift you tall. 7. Jaw relax. 6. 5. Try to keep relaxing the front of your hips, belly pulling in. 3, 2, hover there on 1. The shoulder blades are still trying to lift. Tailbone heavy. Draw your belly down. Feel again the sides of your body, the sides of your front of your body kind of squeeze in. The low belly squeeze in. Get longer through the upper back. Take a breath in. Little pulses here. Exhale. Every exhale, feeling, again, the belly, the sides of the body kind of hollow out, draw in. Let's do 10 more. You can always support your head, hands behind you. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and release. Great, stretch it out. Reach your toes and fingers in 2 directions. And a stretch for the front of the body, bridge pose. Bring the feet down, reach for the heels. You want your heels underneath your ankles so your knees aren't overly bent or your legs aren't overly extended. Press the feet down, lift the hips up. You want that optimal or highest lift of your hips, so that alignment of where your feet are will really make a difference. So if the feet are too far away, it's hard to engage the backs of the legs. If they're too close, it's hard to get that full range of motion. So you can play around with that. And shoulders roll into your back, maybe interlacing your fingers. So there's that squeeze of your shoulder blades together and down. Pressing the feet down, lift your hips. And feel that energy lift up through your sternum bone, the very top of your sternum bone. 2 more breaths. You keep your hands interlaced or your shoulders rolled into your back. Slowly lower your spine and your body onto your arms. The interlace might come off, but you still want that feeling of your shoulders squeezing underneath you and gently rolling down. Let your body sink on your arms. A little squeeze of your shoulder blades together. A little more heavy through the back of your head. A little more passive opening for the chest, for the shoulders. And then the hands come out from underneath you. And you get this chance to reset. Deep breath. And hug your knees up to your chest. Maybe circle side to side. And a little opening for the hips. Happy baby. Bottom of the feet. Float up. Grab for the outsides of your feet. And try to pull your knees towards your armpits. Or maybe slightly wider. A little energy of pulling your knees down. Try not to tilt your bum up to the ceiling. Sit bone's heavy. So you're trying to get the base of your spine, your tailbone even onto the ground. Find your breath. And observe. And let your body take any instinctual movements. No need to rush. You're going to come into your final Shavasana if you wanted to take your knees from side to side a few times until you come into that final rest position. No specific shape. A great time to get yourself really cozy and comfortable. Maybe even putting a blanket or sweater on. Just let everything slow down. Giving your body this chance to soften and rest. And still that intentional attention. But as your body settles and softens, bring the attention deeply inward. Into those spaces of deeper understanding that you maybe tapped into in this practice today. And just soften breathing. Intentionally observing whether that's with natural breath or guided breath. And just connecting inward and getting to know where there's any of those discrepancies between that inner knowing and maybe some of the thoughts or programming that arise. Some of those ideas that you'd like to, now that you are aware of them, would like to consciously and intentionally change, to work on.
And always with that deep compassion and support of your breath. Never judgment. Now you just have that understanding and that knowing. Invite you guys to stay on for as long as you like, as long as you can. Before you get up, take a moment of gratitude and make sure you include yourself for showing up, for doing your own work today. And my gratitude to you for sharing the practice. And I hope you have a really excellent day.